What up, y'all? Stand up, Mighty, aka the Global Dark Skin Ambassador, with some more industry news, current events. We got Wack 100 addressing Chrisean Rock's psychotic behavior, stemming back from the No Jumper Park. And also, after a fight with Blueface, she announced that she was pregnant. So everybody just going back and forth on Clubhouse. Wack 100 is breaking down the fact that Blueface has steadily been getting more and more tired of Chrisean Rock's behavior. Even though a lot of people, especially women, would say it's Blueface fault, how she acting. But you got to understand when somebody is a certain age, whoever they already been. And they're going to continue to be for the rest of their lives. The audio with Wack 100 that I'm about to play for you, he's going to tell you exactly how he feels about the situation. He's going to tell you exactly what Blueface been thinking. And he's also going to explain that she's kind of just a loose cannon. And really, she's starting to fuck up. I'm going to play this Wack 100 clip for y'all right now. But before I do, I want to remind y'all that if you like content like this, you like the breakdowns that I do on the other end of the video clips, or rather the audio clips, go ahead and subscribe to this channel and hit that like button so this channel could get seen by as many people as possible. Without further ado, check
Who
this
y'all
out.
talking about?
Video of the No
Chrisean
Jumper
and
interview.
I mean, what you mean? Caddy, tell him what it is. The bitch is crazy. What the fuck is the
Right.
problem?
yeah,
Yeah, I
and I'm
That's
mean,
what
saying,
Tommy
look,
was
Thank you,
saying.
Wack. Thank
look,
Yo,
you,
what
Wack,
and
the
because
fuck is
I
y'all
feel
like?
I,
like
Yo,
yeah, she is who she is, and Blue know he know what she is, bro. So
yeah.
he the only one that could control her. He can't send no other niggas at her. She ain't going for none of that with none of them other
The
niggas.
only motherfucker she won't fuck with like that is me. She do not fuck with me. She does not fuck with me. She won't.
But whack,
Other,
ain't nobody else got no shot with her, bro. Like
no,
tell
no,
like
not at
that's.
all. Not at all. She does not
not
fuck with
even Blueface.
He
What
don't.
That's
the
why
hell
that
this?
female was minding her business for sure. Then I
Oh
guess.
the
no,
hell
no,
yeah,
he.
that girl was a
Oh no, she'd have took off on her.
Yeah.
Exactly. You send
Oh,
somebody
girl would
else
have
talk about the
said
female being
anything wrong.
dismissive.
He'd have took off on. She'd have took off on her.
She
Yeah,
a
that's
damn
what I'm
self
saying.
fighter.
I watched the whole interview. I didn't hear them
Yeah.
ask her any questions to like incite anything. Like, I don't. I watched the whole interview this morning. I
She'll
didn't get
damn near
any of that.
fight anybody.
She just tweaked out. That's all that is.
That's her mental. That's sometimes
Anybody
that's
Yeah,
can
the
but
get
crazy
it.
I
ones.
feel like when people say things like, "Oh," and that's nothing to no one, but it's like when people say like, "Oh, it's the drinking, this drinking." Erratic behavior is erratic behavior, sober or drunk or
Well,
not, it
no,
doesn't
the
matter.
drink,
It's a take
the
account.
liquor just
It's like
The
accountability.
liquor adds on to it.
It adds on to it, but like still, like again, these are adults. You know what I mean? Like these, like at some point you gotta say like, hey, like take some accountability. You need to get this shit under control. You're in a professional setting. I get the like first things first. I think Sharp was personally, in my opinion, the best person to interview her. He doesn't go for none of that. Like I've seen his other interviews where he's dealt with other people and he doesn't play none of the excuse game with people. He's like, if you want to interview with me, you have to take accountability. He did an interview right after that one explaining his whole stance. He's like, me and Krishan were good. You know what I mean? He said, I told her, hey, I'm not here to drill you or anything. I want you to be as honest as you can as a person so you can be seen in a different light. How do you want this interview? That's what he asked her, and she was very receptive. The problem is when Blueface and her are together, if he answers specific questions, she's gonna jump off the wall. She's just she's extremely emotional.
nah. What
And
it is what she want out of him. She don't get.
Ding 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 ding.
Ding.
Facts.
Yep.
Spoiled.
What
Hey,
She
she
hey,
want him to turn
hey,
up.
but hey, but
it's really
the dude that
bratty.
look
what
up
she
to her.
want out of him. She ain't gonna get. And he just what he's doing. He's coming out of that stage and phase that he know has crippled us. He on his way to when he get to man. Y'all deal with her. She
She
better
growing
wake
up.
up and realize what the fuck is going on. Cause in a
Yep.
minute,
He about to be
he
gone.
ain't. Yeah. He like shit. Like, that's why I said what I said. I said, hey, there's only so much I could do. All I could do was tell him, guide him, and let him know. See,
Right.
when it comes to business is one thing. That dick and pussy shit is another.
That's a
So
fact.
so I got a great area in there where I'ma holler at him and then I'ma get up out of there. I ain't never staying in the house. That's out. Ever since I saw what it is, I don't even trip the house no more. I don't listen, I pull up, come outside, holler at me. Because what that atmosphere was before and what it is now is two total different atmosphere. And the positioning of that house has changed, right? In my house, my woman got to say so, right? So if I step in there, and something going on I may not like, right? I don't even want to see it to have to address it because I don't want to face her say so because then it becomes a battle between me and her and now he caught in the middle. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove myself from that middle to where it's just you and her. I'm going to holler at you what I want to holler at you about. If it get done the way it's supposed to get done, cool. If not, then we move forward and keep moving. That's it. I'm never finna be running around this motherfucker battling for position. It's a thin line between knowing your position and you battling for a position. I'ma shrug my shoulders and pull off and get to the next piece of business I got going on. But I'm not finna be running around this motherfucker mad about what another man wants to do. Nigga, you better not get mad about what I want to do. You gonna drive yourself crazy.
Do you
What?
think his tolerance for the situation is slowly shrinking? Because
Yeah,
that's what
you
it
can't
seems like.
tell.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
you can't tell.
Wax, so quick question. Since she's known for this type of behavior anyway, do you think this behavior adds to her career or cripples her career?
Well, it adds to the demand, the following for people to watch. But as I know firsthand, it's scaring people off that other business need to happen with. You know what I'm saying? Niggas be like, man, we don't know if we want to deal with that shit.
Yeah, it's scaring the business people off.
You know what I mean? So, it
Adam,
only, they're only tolerated for so long, get what they want to get out of you before they find a replacement, to fill that void. Once they find a replacement to fill that void or whatever it is you doing for them, then they phase you right on out of there. No problem.
kind of crazy though, because I think like the little baby ponytails, they think that's how they're supposed to act. Like the ones that look up to her, they be like, oh yeah, that's how we're supposed to act. Wow, like her.
Yo,
You
what you
Is
say?
this
Little
the
baby
baby
What?
mustache
ponytails
dude?
is
Nah,
crazy.
wait,
He talking
what?
about
Yeah,
the
you
young
you too into
girls,
Baby
that, dude.
the
mustaches and
young
baby
women
ponytails.
are trying to mimic her. That's what he's saying.
Mhm.
The young girls is trying to mimic her, and you youngsters get ready, because he's saying this how they gonna be acting towards y'all. Y'all little females, 18 to 24 or 20, whatever it is, 23. They like, fuck that. We on our rock shit.
it's a
But it's
vibe.
Hey, yo,
crazy
Wax.
because you
It's
Hey,
can
yo,
hear him
vibe.
Wax.
clearly saying in that interview that that's not what he's looking for. Like he's looking for or used to women when he says something, you know what I mean? Like not having a response back or just doing it or being quiet. Even when he said like you want to act like a man, that's what acting like a man gets you. So I feel like even for the ones who may look up to her, the reality is that's not what men are saying they want. So I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird
It's
No,
a
no,
little
dynamic.
no, no.
crazy, but
It's
we
So
want them
look,
to be
about
Danny,
sensible
he
too.
He's
said,
We
he
want
definitely
that. You
said,
tired
know
of
what I mean?
her.
he
He's
says,
definitely
I'm
tired
used
of
to
her,
a
especially
bitch.
after that
Oh, go
last
ahead, bro.
episode. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, finish. I didn't hear you.
Oh, I was saying, I believe he's definitely getting tired of her, especially after that last episode, second to the last episode I watched of theirs on Zeus Network. I couldn't believe I had saw like a big gash in the back of his head like that. And it was a result of this girl taking a bottle and cracking him upside his head with a bottle or some weird shit like that. And it left him with a huge gash. Like, I was like, yo, this is crazy. And he looked, the way his face looked on that episode, he just looked like he was like, I can't believe this shit.
Defeated.
What the
Yeah,
fuck?
he might.
Like,
This is a very, very, very sad situation, all in all. And we live in a time where people encourage the negativity. The negativity gets shared in the algorithms more than a possibility. For every person like Chrisean Rock that's being negative, for every person even like Blueface who's partaking in the negativity, there's a lot of other couples, there's a lot of other women and men separately that's doing more positive things and they're releasing more positive content. Unfortunately, people like to trauma bond. People like to celebrate. I'm gonna say women like to celebrate other women like Chrisean Rock because they're trauma bonding, and a lot of people don't understand what trauma bonding is. Chrisean Rock is very relatable to a lot of women, especially young black women who grew up in the hood, in the cities, grew up without having a positive relationship with their mother and father being in the house. Unfortunately, a lot of women can relate to Chrisean Rock. That's why they feel sorry for her and they create every excuse possible for her. You have to understand that Blueface, yes, he condones in it. Yes, he fights with her back and forth. Yes, he does. But at the end of the day, you see him right now in real time trying to get away from Chrisean Rock as far as romantically. He already got in bed with her figuratively and physically, but they're also in bed financially. You can see that they're already in bed financially, but he wants it to remain financial, and he wants to back away from the romantic aspect of it because even though I take myself to, I used to be exactly like Blueface. I'm still kind of like Blueface in the sense where I like a woman that's a little bit toxic. I like a woman that, she get crazy over me. She all about me. She'll turn it up on other women about me. However, what Blueface is going through right now is the aftermath of it all, where it starts to get corny, where every time you go on the internet, there's people blaming you for how ridiculous another grown person is acting, and we cannot do that. We understand that Chrisean Rock has been through things. She's been abused. She's been taken advantage of. She's had her heart broke by men in the past, and we all understand that. Also, we've all been traumatized. Being traumatized, seeing fucked up things, every single person in America especially has seen fucked up things, been exposed to things they weren't supposed to be exposed to at a young age. Unfortunately, there's a whole lot of people who have been touched and abused. Children who are, a lot of grown people were victims of CSA, first word meaning child. I can't say the rest because of YouTube. But you got to understand that she's grown now. What is she, like 25? 25? At what point is Shorty gonna take some time away from men, go completely celibate, right? And really focus on herself? Because if you say you're gonna focus on yourself, really focus on yourself. Like, when is she going to seek therapy? When is she going to forgive herself for whatever happened in the past? Forgive her father, forgive whoever, so she can move on. Because 10 years from now, especially since she's about to have a child, when her child is old enough to explore the internet and be made fun of in school for the things that she's doing now, you're gonna see her on the news, or you're gonna see her on live, or in a video, in an interview, saying how embarrassed she is about how she was acting in the past. And she's going to say that she blames herself. She's not going to blame Blueface. She's not. When you go to the episode of Crazy in Love and she bashed him in the back of his head with a glass bottle, there's no way to justify that. There's absolutely no way to justify that at all. And it's just a real ridiculous situation. I want to send positive vibes to Chrisean Rock and also Blueface. It's very, very possible that they share a child that's coming into this world. And hopefully it will mature to both of them. But this is just a train wreck waiting to happen. And people are so invested because everyone likes a train wreck. Like, shit, come subscribe, peace.